It's 10 trivia questions on board games, The West Wing, Taylor Swift, and more for Jane's birthday from James. Happy birthday, Jane. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to a very special episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show, and happy birthday, Jane, who celebrated a birthday on November 4th, 2023. Happy birthday, Jane. James reached out with some great topics for a custom episode just for you, and we're putting that one out today. So I hope you have a great time listening and celebrating a few days late from your amazing birthday in November. A fellow Scorpio. Very excited about that, to know another Scorpio that listens to this show. So thank you for being born, Jane. And here's a nice message from James. For my heart, my lady, my most significant other, being your husband has brought me tremendous joy, enlightenment, and frustration, but mostly the first two. I love you. From your bear, James. That's a nice, cute message. Good job, James. And Jane, you picked a good guy here. This guy is awesome. We've got some great questions and categories coming up just for you, Jane. Before we get to that, we've got our warm-up game of categories, and just for you, I picked the letter J. Category is parts of the body, things that are sticky, and reasons to call 911, all starting with the letter J for Jane. Listen to my three at the end of the episode and see if you can come up with three unique ones, and listen for a fun fact of the day as well. We're warmed up. We're diving in to some very special questions for Jane's birthday. Here we go. It's Jane's birthday bash in trivia form. Here's question number 1. What board game, known as Frustration in the UK, is known for its Pop-O-Matic dice roller? Number 1. What US board game, known as Frustration in the UK, is known for its Pop-O-Matic dice roller? Question number 2. What is the last word spoken on the entire series of The West Wing? What is the last word spoken on The West Wing? Question number 3, in terms of climate change, what does GHG stand for? In terms of climate change, what does GHG stand for? Question number 4, which two Taylor Swift album covers have black and white covers? Number 4, which two Taylor Swift albums have black and white covers? Number 5, the Dominique Ansel Bakery of New York is known for creating what breakfast hybrid? Number 5, the Dominique Ansel Bakery of New York is known for creating what breakfast hybrid? Number 6, on The West Wing, who made the carving knife that Bartlett gave as a gift to Charlie? Number 6, on The West Wing, who made the carving knife that Bartlett gave to Charlie? Question number 7, what does TV stand for in reference to Taylor Swift's music? Number 7, what does TV stand for in reference to Taylor Swift's music? Number 8, what DVD-based trivia game debuted at Christmas 2002? Number 8, what DVD-based trivia game debuted at Christmas 2002? Number 9, what body part is associated with a loaf of sourdough bread? Number 9, what body part is associated with a loaf of sourdough bread? And number 10, to close it out, which country emits the most carbon dioxide? Is it the US, China, Russia, or the UK? Number 10, which country emits the most carbon dioxide? US, China, Russia, UK. Those are all of your questions, Jane, for your birthday bash today. We'll be right back with the answers after this. We are back with the answers to Jane's birthday quiz. Let's see how Jane and everybody else did playing along. Great quiz with topics supplied from James, your bear. Number 1. What board game known as Frustration in the UK is known for its Pop-O-Matic dice roller, Trouble? This is a fun one, just to hit the thing in the middle. I don't think my kids have ever played Trouble, but if they would, it would be Trouble because they would just nonstop hit the dice roller. Number 2, what is the last word spoken on the entire series of The West Wing? It's the word tomorrow. I think somebody says, what are you thinking about? And somebody else says, tomorrow. Number 3, in terms of climate change, what does GHG stand for? Greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gas. Number 4, which 2 Taylor Swift albums have black and white covers? That's Reputation and Folklore. Reputation and Folklore. Number 5, the Dominique Ansel Bakery of New York is known for creating what breakfast hybrid? The Cronut, the croissant donut, which I've had and I thought were pretty good, but not like the revolution that people said a couple years ago. I feel like it was just okay. Number 6, on the West Wing, who made the carving knife that Bartlett gave to Charlie? That's old historical figure Paul Revere. Paul Revere. Number 7, what does TV stand for? In reference to Taylor Swift's music, she just put out a new one, the 1989 version, Taylor's version of 1989. Number 8, what DVD-based trivia game debuted at Christmas 2002? Seen It. Remember that? Seen It. I was just reading that Seen It was revolutionary because it's one of the only board games with all 5 major studio logos on its box, because usually the studios don't agree on anything. But for whatever reason, the people who made Seen It convinced all the studios to use those clips. And Angela Lansbury was the first person who said, oh yeah, you can use my clip on your game. And then because she did it, Tom Cruise did it. And then everybody else kind of folded and was like, oh, we'll be in that game if Tom Cruise is doing it. So there you go. Angela Lansbury, Seen It. Number 9, what body part is associated with a loaf of sourdough bread? My favorite thing to eat in the morning, sourdough bread. And I would like to learn how to make it. I'm in a networking group, and a lady in my networking group said she just got a 400-year-old starter for sourdough bread. She's going to try and make it, so maybe I'll pick her brain for some tips. The answer to the question is the ear, which is the thin ridge from scoring the top of the bread, and then it kind of puffs up and it's hard and crispy along the score line. So they call that the ear of the bread. And number 10, which country emits the most carbon dioxide of the US, China, Russia, and UK? It's China. Make a lot of stuff over there. That is your quiz, Jane. I hope you had a good time playing along, and special thanks to James for setting that all up. Happy birthday, Jane. If you want to celebrate a loved one's birthday, email ryanbuds@gmail.com. Also added a new page or section to the page on Patreon and podcast on my website, triviawithbuds.com/podcast. There's a big box with a gift icon in it, and it says, want to gift an episode? Hit me up at the contact form below. So you can always contact me on any page of my website, because they all have contact forms, which is a good marketing technique. Someone told me to always have a contact form on every page. So if you have a website, you should do that. Because I do get messages from every different section of the page, not just the contact page. I'm rambling. But if you want to email me, ryanbuds@gmail.com, or you can hit the contact form page up on any page of triviawithbuds.com. I'll give you all the details. And the rate for these is going up in 2024, as it has the last 2 years, to help me kind of cut down on how many I do, also to increase the quality over quantity, if that makes sense. So there you go, and let me know what you got going on. Your fact of the day is Taylor Swift wrote a 350-page novel when she was 12 years old, which has yet to be published. Ooh, I wonder what that's about. Taylor Swift's novel, that'll be out at some point, I'm sure. And the letter was J for this category's warm-up parts of the body. I'll say jaw. Things that are sticky, I'll say jam or jelly. And reasons to call 911, I've got too much jam on my jaw. It's stuck. No. How about that person's jaywalking? You wouldn't call 911 for that. But we'll say, oh, here's what happened. You had a jawbreaker, and it did its job. You actually broke your jaw eating a jawbreaker, and you have to call 911. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. And we'll see you next time for more trivia with Buds. Cheers.